Welcome to episode 2 of Skyrim. We're continuing with the story. I'm checking around this booth to see if there's anything of use, like if the necklaces have enchantments on them. I decided to at least try to open up the case to check on the necklaces. At the very least, to get more lockpicking skill. Well, do more experience points. I noticed that neither of them do, so I move on. I'll be continuing the story until the end. So, and I'll be sticking to plain destruction until the end of the story mode, and then switching off from there to other forms of magic.
What would you have me do then? Nothing? My lord, please. This is no time for rash action. I just think we need more information before we act. Who's this then?
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors. As House Carl, my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself. You know about Helgen? The Jarl will want to speak to you personally. Approach.
It seems this damnable conflict has claimed everyone's passions of late. Me, I prefer my books and my spells. I had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate this.
I'm checking to see what destruction spells he has. And pretty much what spells he has in general. I'll probably be using the Dark Brotherhood's money when I actually do go do the Dark Brotherhood. But I'll be finishing the story before I move on to anything else.
You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winterhold. There's a tranquility in magic. I had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate this.
They give you all the different types of magic, but they never really come into use because you can never get the mana of your enemies down faster than your mana goes down. So like they're always able to like cast spells. And it's like, so fire is always like solution. Like I haven't found a
Remember,
part where fire
your
wasn't
mind
the
is
solution.
the best weapon you have.
Like the Wemmer don't take any more electric damage like the robots. So it's like the other elements don't really have a point.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
That is a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not... Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties. That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Why did he say that the court wizard's been looking into dragons and rumors of dragons? So, like, he hesitated on rumors of dragons. Like, everybody kind of knows the dragon's return, so...
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. You are eager to begin your adventure. Excellent. The sooner begun, the sooner done, eh? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. Ah, the dragon stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. You already found it. You are cut from a different cloth than the usual brutes the Jarl foists on me. That is where your job ends and mine begins. The work of the mind, sadly undervalued in Skyrim.
Farengar! Farengar, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby.
Not now.
Why does Jarl Bolgrif have a war map if he's not part of the war? And it's like, why
So,
can't you just talk to
Irileth
the
tells
Jarl?
me you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, you'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragon Stone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory. Help Irileth kill this dragon before it can attack Whiterun. No, I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
As you command.
One last thing, Irileth. This isn't the death of the warriors.
It's like, why doesn't the Jarl give you a free horse? And it's like, you're kind of saving his keep, but like, there's no horse. And also, why are you the only one that can really take down the dragons? And it's like, with most of the battles, you never really use your like dragon shouts or anything. So it's like you're pretty much taking them down with what they have. Like, you could technically take all the gear off of a guard and take down the dragon. I never get why the air was there. You don't really meet anybody there. Yeah, I always favored all of my spells. So it's like, whenever I get like all of the spells, like that's gonna be a very long list.
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Rocky and Todd just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it. Let's save us. Here he comes again.
And it's like, why do you have to wait so long to dual cast it? It's pretty much your characters putting together their hands. So it's like, is it? That's the kind of thing you have to have 30 in the skill to get dual casting. So it's like, and like 15 modern skills are all been born like shooting fire. Like, that's one of the things that you always struggle with, flames. So when did that kind of develop? And it's also like, this dragon's name has a name, so you'd be the like main dragon. Lieutenant. So it's like, but he's very easy to take down. So it's like, did Anduin, Alduin. No dragon that was made by that point. Like that was just like the third dragon. just couldn't think of, like, why aren't all the dragons named? Could they just not think of names for them? Like, just put like random words together, and you got a and you got a dragon name. It's like, why does he have guard armor inside of him? Like, he never eats a guard, he just picks them up and throws them. Does he like disrobe them mid-air?
I can't believe it. You're Dragonborn. In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power. There's only one way to find out. Try to shout. That would prove it. According to the old legends, only the Dragonborn can shout without training, the way the dragons do.
Dragon? What are you talking about?
That's right. My grandfather used to tell stories about the Dragonborn. Those born with the dragon blood in them, like old Tiber Septim himself.
I've never heard of Tiber Septim killing any dragons.
There weren't any dragons then, idiot. They're just coming back now for the first time in forever. But the old tales tell of the Dragonborn who can kill dragons and steal their power. You must be one.
What do you say, Irleth? You're being awfully quiet. Come on, Irleth. Tell us. Do you believe in this Dragonborn business?
Some of you would be better off keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now we know we can kill it. But I don't need some mythical dragonborn. Someone who can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand, Housecarl. You ain't a Norn.
All across Tamriel, I've seen plenty of things just as outlandish as this. I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of your sword arm over tales and legends.
If you really are Dragonborn, like out of the old tales, you ought to be able to shout. Can you? Have you tried?
It's kind of a weak reason that your character is around. It's like, you can take their souls. It's like,
They say that you shouting.
and like
what
the
you just
first
did.
shout you get
Must
is like
You really are
nagging
Dragonborn then.
people. It's like, that's kind of what their reaction is.
All for sale at fair prices.
The sky belched.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. A letter. Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
How did your friend write a letter so fast? And also, it was like they signed it a friend, it's like you have multiple friends, but like nobody else like writes you. And it's like, if they're not, if they don't think you're worth writing to, it's like, what kind of friends are they? And this is a kind of a bridge that's too short to really be of any use. Like, it's only like 10 feet long over a moat that you made yourself.
Here you really ought
The-
to be careful
The
with fire.
Jarl made himself. Hey, not yourself.
It seems this damnable conflict has claimed everyone's passions of late. Me? I I had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate this.
And it's like, and he doesn't want the dragon bones. It's like he studies dragons.
You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
Good. You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you. You heard the summons. What else could it mean? The Greybeards.
We were just
So
talking
what happened
about
at the
you.
watchtower?
My brother needs a word.
Was the dragon there? I knew I could count on Irileth, but there must be more to it than that. So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning you. Masters of the Way of the Voice. They live in seclusion high on the slopes of the throat of the world. The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice. The ability to focus your vital essence into a thum, or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Tiber Septim himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Atmora.
Rangar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as he may be, I don't see any signs of him being this, what, Dragonborn?
Nord nonsense. Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
Rangar, don't be so hard on Avenici.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with him?
That's the Greybeard's business, not ours. Whatever happened when you killed that dragon, it revealed something in you, and the Greybeards heard it. If they think you're Dragonborn, who are we to argue? You'd better get up to High Hrothgar immediately. There's no refusing the summons of the Greybeards. It's a tremendous honor. I envy you, you know, to climb the 7,000 steps again. I made the pilgrimage once. Did you know that? High Hrothgar is a very peaceful place. Very disconnected from the troubles of this world. I wonder that the Greybeards even notice what's going on down here. They haven't seemed to care before. No matter. Go to High Hrothgar. Learn what the Greybeards can teach you. You've done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we? We are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn. Back to business, Proventus. We still have a city to defend.
Yes, my lord.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward.
Bit.
Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
You know, I call it graybeards,
All you ever do
but
is complain about what
it's
you
like if
want.
they don't,
You're
if they can't
spoiled
grow,
baby.
like,
I'm going
I
to
don't
tell
want a
Father you
beard.
said that.
And it's like, is it normally gray? Or, like, does the Doom make your beard gray? And it's like Dragonborn just has, like, hair that can't gray.
Brigands I can handle.
Honor is important
This
to
talk
you,
of
but
dragons?
we can't afford it.
World's gone mad.
It took me weeks to find that name's dead.
Chops and steaks fit for a Jarl. Still seems much
I'm gonna be selling off the bones just because I'm not gonna be making any of the armor. So, besides the armor, don't have a point, and they're just really heavy.
If not, let me know. I might have it stored
So
away.
even if I was making the armor, I usually sell them
Oh, a
off
bit of this,
early,
a bit of that.
just so that whenever I get like 100 blacksmithing and actually can make this stuff, then I'll actually go try to find like the bones and stuff. Because otherwise it's just something that's really heavy and like nothing really you can do about it. I mean, you get way more bones than like you can like dragons. Like there's way like you only need like 2 dragons to make dragon armor, and it's like there's like over 13 dragons.
Do come back.
Foolish old woman. You know nothing.
The thieves kind of obviously marked the house, and it's the kind of thing. How did they mark it and nobody noticed that somebody marked the house?
Nothing of our struggle.
And it's the kind of thing of like the stock resets every 3 days. But it's like you can just walk outside and just set it forward to 3 days.
Suffering.
So it's like there's not really a point to having a limited stock. And they don't really even get anything new, except for I don't even think the trainers like. I think once you're able to like get it, they have it. Like they have the new book.
What of my son? What of Thorold? Is he nothing?
Your son
And they should
chose
have
his
like the
son.
doors
He chose
where they're
poison, and now he's
like on
gone.
a time
Such is
lock,
the way.
where once it
Like,
reaches 8 a.m.
Is lost.
it unlocks all the doors in the town.
Never accept.
Well, like all the business doors, not the house doors.
So tell me,
But it's like
where is it?
just so that it's like
Holding my Thorold.
you know
I'll have to remember that.
Do you
you can actually get into the business.
Fresh baked loaves.
I work for Belethor. Come by Belethor's shop at the market. I'm sure we've got something you need.
He sold her, was it?
What brings you to the market?
I'm here to Life's hard enough with all these men propositioning me. But that bard is the worst. Some might call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Remember, fresh fruit and vegetables every day.
The finest cuts, fresh from the wilds. Good hunting.
There's been talk amongst the guards that you are Dragonborn. But such a thing, surely that's not possible.
So yeah, you have to like
Gotta keep my eyes
jangle
open.
the system. Or it's like you have to go in
Take a
one
good
door,
look
come
around.
back
I'm
out,
sure
go
you'll
in
find what
another.
you're looking for. Everything. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Yeah, it's like, what is like
Do
raising
come
your
back.
speech skill really like in real life? What does that look like? It's like people usually
I'd
have
be a
like
lot
a
warmer
set
and a
price
lot happier than
they're
the
like they're willing to pay for something, and it's like just kind of asking more politely is not really going to drop the price. The shopkeeper has to make a living.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you.
Hello, Lydia.
Farewell.
This is probably the first and last time we will meet.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostility. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
They have a lot of spells that pretty much do nothing. It's like there are very few instances where you'll need it. Like I was looking and like oak flesh and stone flesh pretty much had the same like effect. And it's like even the runes, like there's no real point in them. Like it's the kind of thing if you can get a little.
If you've got the
I mean, the only point I can really see is you can get a little bit of a bonus damage.
Join the... It
But
seems
like
this
you gotta
damnable
wait for
conflict is claimed.
to get the magic back that you're gonna use on the rune. So it's like it's not really that big of a win. But you pick it up anyway. Just in case there's that one time where you can think of something to do with it. I usually just use the runes for
There's a tranquility
more
in magic.
comedic effects.
Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast.
Just launch an NPC across the room.
All right then. Need something?
There's some destruction spells that I just get just to have them. It's like the cloaks, I'm getting hit so hard, and they're not really even damaging the person attacking me. They always put the towns that you need to go to for like quests that aren't like the main capitals. They like always put them like in a weird place, where it's like that one's like beside a river, beside a mountain. It's like, I guess the beside a river you get water, but it's like, why would you do beside a mountain? It's like, lets you set up a ski resort.
I can take you to any of the hold
At the
capitals.
very least, if you set up a ski resort,
Where do you want
you'd
to
at
go?
least get getting money from it. But it's like, you gotta deal with avalanches, rock slides. And it's like, people haven't really even seen the graybeards in a long time, and they're not really helping out with anything. So it's like, yeah. And it's like, hey, you'd suspect that the graybeards have caused an avalanche or two. It's like, they're always shouting.
Climb and back and we'll be off. If you've never been to
Shout
Riften,
so much.
be sure to visit the
Might
Black
as well
Briar Meadery. You mugs of dads and you'll
be
forget all.
The grave.
Yeah. My previous playthrough, when I was playing, my thief was an Argonian, so like I could always just travel underwater and never have to like surface. Which kind of made it like overpowered, because you could just, once you go into the water, nothing can really attack you. So it's just, you go into the water, go to more of an advantage, like where you have more an advantage. And it's like you just come out of the water, and it's like you don't really have a problem. Because you can even just like stay in the water until you like regenerate. I'm gonna skip ahead to when I get there. It's just me pretty much running in a straight line. Yeah, I would have sped it up, but my system always gives an error whenever I use the speed up function, and I looked up the solution to the problem, and their solution was just turn off the notifications. It's like, you may not know when a major problem happens, but at least it won't be popping up that window anymore. And so it's like, my computer exploded, but at least I'm not getting annoyed anymore. Yeah, I decided to deviate from the main quest because I had actually never gone through here in any of my other playthroughs. So I decided to go in and, you know, go around the place. I always thought it actually was just a bump in the ground that was kind of just used as an earth point into the town. Yeah. I didn't think anybody would directly hurt into the town. I always just wanted to go for that bump.
Leave this place. Leave this place. Leave. Leave. Leave.
Yeah, like those draggers didn't actually get up, but it's like, what like is the difference between the ones that get up and the ones that like stay like dead? That's not even a joke. I'm just wondering. Yeah, I was just flipping these switches, hoping to get lucky. I even flipped that switch just to make sure that it did fire the darts. I just wasn't sure. So yeah, then I thought maybe you had to like use your teleporting shout to get through. So and now I just stumble upon it by luck. I don't know that really the point of the apprentice locks are. Pretty much whatever you put in is the correct combination. It's like, I feel like you're never really gonna break your lockpick unless you just keep jamming it on the same spot. Yeah. I never really got the point of those locks that had like that 3 combination. It was like the combinations on the key, so it's like it's not like a puzzle where you have to actually figure something out. It's kind of the thing with Skyrim, not actually what you expect. And like every puzzle is like you gotta really think about it. But there is a puzzle that comes up later on. An NPC is telling you the solution. So I decided to have a little ice battle with and then he exploded. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Actually, whenever I had to look something up. I had to look up where the key was. I was looking for it for like 10 minutes. And you have to like go to the innkeeper, which is something that I wasn't expecting because Skyrim was like something I really liked about Skyrim was that you like always had like the solution seemed to always be in the dungeon. Like you never had to go anywhere else. Like if you just wanted to go straight through dungeons, like you could. It never like even touch a town. Like as long as you had a house, you had somewhere to store the stuff. Like you didn't have to go to town. And it was like, especially if you even like get like a wife that like you can sell stuff to, like you don't even really have to leave the house.
You don't look like a pilgrim. Why bother visiting Iverstead?
If I were you, I'd keep away from the Barrow on the east side of town. It's haunted. There ain't much more to tell. They're haunted, and you should stay away. Look, I've seen one of the spirits with my very own eyes. When it glared at me, I swear it burned right through my soul.
If you do actually want me to read the stuff,
Fortunately, they seem to be sticking to the Barrow. I think they're
I might
guarding.
come back and read it.
Certainly isn't helping my business any.
I just don't
Who'd
read
want
the
to
stuff
rent a room anywhere
because
near a haunted Barrow.
like it's long-winded of not really giving you any information, and like most of it's just like flavor text of the world, which I mean,
Let me see that.
it's nicely written.
Can't
but
believe this.
there's a lot that
It
just
was all
repeats,
just the fabrication of this Windelius character.
and I'm not really one
believe
to
we were so
read
stupid.
in my
Well,
games.
Least I can do is give you something for
Like,
taking care of him.
I
If you
enjoy
won't
the
accept it as a
actually
payment,
like going through and
Consider
doing
it a
stuff.
gift.
So to like stop and have to,
If you pass through again,
you know,
stop by for a drink.
go through all this information, something that you, like, it'll tell you like all this information just for something that's like 20 minutes, and it's like you've spent just pretty much that much time reading it. I think, I don't know, I haven't read one in a while, so like, so it was like 20 minutes to read 3 pages. I go at my own pace. Yeah, like one of the things that I wish that this puzzle was like what I thought it actually was, like when I first played, was like you had to like look at the murals and like maybe it told a story, and like you had to like pick the clues out of the mural. And, but it's like it's just on the key, so it's like what's the point? If like you have the combination on the key, it could just be like the claw thing, and you just push it in, and like the puzzle is actually like finding the claw. Like it's kind of the thing of it's a double combination, because finding the claw is sometimes really hard to do. So like it's sometimes hidden. That is usually hidden in the dungeon. So yeah, I was kind of expecting it to trigger something when I pulled off the book. It didn't trigger anything. Like the ice, it does seem like it does slow your enemies down. Sort of. Like, it's really hard to tell, like, if you're actually slowing them down, or if you're just, because it's like, you're not slowing them down in the sense, like, because they still have, like, they can still walk, they don't have stamina, so they can't run or do power attacks. Yeah, I'm sticking mainly to, Magicka. It's somewhat of a challenge, and also, like, I use so much magic that it's like you don't really have much of a choice. Like, you can survive longer, but like it still kind of has the same effect. Like, you're not gonna die as fast. It's just you're not dying to get Magicka back. Yeah. I wonder if any gates are actually like triggered by killing enemies. Like, I don't know if it's like something the game can't do, because it's like, here's the fact that I learned a while ago, that at the very least old World of Warcraft, I was able to just take him down with one shot. But anyway, old World of Warcraft used to, like, in order to finish quests, they would actually have like an invisible bunny nearby, or like when you, like, well, when you had to like do like the listening quest, like whenever like the person finished talking, you would kill the invisible bunny, and it would count as completing the quest. This place is interesting because it's like there's not much room to like move around, but it's kind of just enough where it can make some interesting, like, if you can actually like remember the room, you can like follow it up the other way, like up the other ramp. I was willing to take the chance, so I decided to just try to take him out. I still really don't pick this stuff up. Like, I rarely do. Also because I don't invest in stamina, so I still have a fairly low carry rate. Like, weight. So, like, I still can't carry very much. I still don't know what I triggered here. Also, looks like I did actually, like, get to the point of dying. So I don't actually know even what saved me. Like, did the game just kind of glitch and gave me back some health? Because what I thought I actually triggered was like the tripwire. But like, when I go back over there, like the tripwire's still there. Pendulums are actually one of my favorite traps to like get at, because it's all about the timing and like kind of mapping it out in your head. Like whenever they're like actually all in the middle is when you actually run. Now, this is my least favorite trap because like the buttons are like really hard to see. So like they always catch you by surprise. So it is when the game starts taking the Dark Souls kind of mentality, where it's like, well, you didn't know about it the first time, so maybe you end up dying, but then you know about it the second time. Which, in Dark Souls, it kind of sets you up that way, so you're kind of expecting it. Yeah, I end up getting trapped. I'm doing my last desperate attempt. I realized I didn't have anything. So, I'll skip ahead. Yeah. I was wondering, like, if that grave was, like, real, or it was just something I like to see. Like, if it would actually, like, drop me down, and, like, what it would do. And then I noticed, like, the running water, which I don't get. It's not running anything. Like, is that, like, something they have to do? I think I can kind of see it. It's like how they move the water. Yeah. And I noticed the chain. I was wondering if it actually would scoop me up. Because I was thinking, like, if they did that, because I saw that earlier, and I was thinking maybe it would end up killing me. But I decided I just wanted to try it. I went all the way up, just in case, like, it let out, and, like, would have, like, an easier save point. Yeah. With Master Lock, I pretty much burn through lock picks. Just, you know. Because, like, with Master Locks, like, the area that it can be, is, like, so small. Like, it's only, like, 1/10 of it, of, like, the actual lock is, like, the available. But it's, like, pretty much, it's a memory game. Because it's, like, it doesn't, like, leave any, like, scratch of where you ended up dying. And here's another lockpick burn. But at least this one, they kept it near the top. You can kind of tell where it is. I didn't really think about that one. It would actually be to the left. I kind of started forgetting, like, where the lockpicks were. This one, yeah. Once you start, like, really remembering, like, you start looking for clues of where you are before you even, like, turn the pick. So... There those. But, the arrows actually did save me this time. Huh. Because I was actually about to run forward and step on the button. And I also didn't know that the fire had such a short range. But what's interesting is, like, it has, like, a custom animation for burning. So it always burns from the same spot. So I wonder if that's just the implementation, or if it's just something they chose to do. Like, you know. But I'm not a game designer, so I don't know much about it. So I don't know how difficult it is in engine to, like, have, like, dynamic of where a fire will start and then spread. Because as not a game designer, I would suspect that you could just assign it to wherever, like, the fire touches. Because that's, like, it kind of does look like it saves on, like, memory. Because I guess all fires start the same way. So I guess it is kind of a thing that if you want to just choose the kind of puddle you want to put down, you want to, like, have a streak and go around, or if you just kind of want to have a puddle. Yeah, learned my lesson that time. Yeah, it's coming up in the next room is like one of my favorite like parts of the dungeon. I'll talk about it when we get in there. What's interesting is they like give you the key right before. Oh, never mind. This isn't the room I was thinking of. But it is. This is one of the most interesting puzzles. Like, it's not this part. It's the part that's coming up next. Yeah, like I didn't like how they did that thing, because it does look like it's a trap. The way you figure out that it's not a trap is like there's no other activating device, so you kind of have to step on it. And also like what happens in the next room, like kind of clues you in on it. Because it's kind of the thing of you. How I figured it out the puzzle is you can't actually avoid like not stepping on the thing. So like, and it's also the thing that like we keep the restless travelers by themselves, but it's like it's kind of thing. It seems like they kind of ramp down the difficulty at that point. Because it's like you're usually fighting like at least a restless Draugr and a normal Draugr. You usually have to figure that out. But it's like, but I guess it is kind of a surprise. Like you open up the door, but usually like they come out of their tomb, and you can usually see them from far off. Yeah, this one I was having a hard time figuring out. Like the room looked weird. I could tell that, but. I couldn't really tell how weird it was. So I just assumed that what I saw was like a whole combination. And even then, I don't even think I got it right. Because I think the second one I did was like stuck on the dolphin. Yeah, I guess I did get them all bird. There's one time that I like step on the thing, and I don't even notice that. Yeah, I think that's when I noticed that the thing spins. Like even recording the audio, like I didn't even notice whenever it spun. It's kind of funny is you have to like memorize it out of order. So, but it is like pictures, so the mind is usually good at remembering pictures. But yeah, that's kind of why it wouldn't be a secure password system. Or maybe it would. Japan kind of has that kind of problem, where like they have too many like letters for like their alphabet to be effective. This is when I started using restoration spells. So I kind of use them on and off right now, but I do kind of use them more later. Yeah. I don't even know how that one died. Cause he's not like even in the range of the trap. Yeah, I almost stepped on it again. Yeah, I also very rarely open up the Barrow urns because there's only a couple like pieces in it. Alright, I think this is a room that I really like. Yeah, here it comes. Because it's like a shooting gallery. It's also really fun because I can take everything down in one shot. But still, this is why it kind of is still difficult to have like lower levels, is because like you still don't have very much mana. But like I still like only leveled up whenever I used to level up when the Restless Draugr would come out. So until I like actually saw like his meter on my screen, I wouldn't actually invest my point. Just because it was usually took my entire bar, my entire mana bar to take one down. So like, yeah, that was it. Yeah. But destruction also like levels so slowly. It's like, yeah, it's also really annoying trying to get the cast off. So it's like, yeah, they're very powerful spells, but they also have very small area of effect. So like, a lot of times like the spell will just fly by the enemy. Yeah, I always did like Skyrim's like sniper shots. Although that kind of wasn't a sniper shot. You clearly see it. The Restless Draugr staring off into a corner. I knew what he was thinking about. And I just makes me laugh because it does look like somebody's just like kind of mags him. That's all I do enjoy whenever like I end up killing him and the second one just makes him go flying. Yeah, I was looking around for the stone that had the word on it. Like, I thought it was always like right behind them. But until I saw the stone, I didn't actually. I just started to think that maybe I was wrong. But I think I do sometimes run into them that they don't actually have a stone. But like they do like you know, you have the Overlord, but they don't have a stone. Like I can even think of like one where there isn't a stone like near them. It's like the one where you gather up the weapons to open up the door. Like that one doesn't have a stone. I wonder if like all the powers that the like races have come in, like if there's actually like a shout for them. Because I think the one that's like in the Dark Brotherhood's like hideout is like the orc one. Yeah. These doorways are a little weird. Because I don't remember how I like ended up coming back here. But like I came from the other direction. And like I could actually open this door up. But like you can't open up the other door. Oh wait, no. It wasn't this one. Never mind. Still don't actually remember that. The reason I pre-record my video and like record the audio afterwards is because whenever I'm playing, I'm actually very technical. I'm like I can't like think of like a joke might pop into my head every once in a while, but it's like it's not even that well thought out. Well, anyway. That does it for this episode. Sorry for not doing the story. But we'll continue in the next one, and we'll keep going from there on. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.